All right, and we're live. Just a little bit behind schedule. That's all good. I hope so, anyway. All right, so getting things set up over here so I can get in the chat, say what's up to the people. Hope everybody's had a great week. What's going on here? Yeah. All righty. Bong hole. What's up? Okay. Let me see. Actually, you know what? There might be a better way to do this. Hold on. Give me a sec. Nice. I like that. Okay. So, okay, we got Jelly B. What's going on? Tammy Tony. Chad Shell 10. What's up? Stephen Crumley. Manny Pinocchio. Gamer Tag. What's happening? Earth is seriously flat. Oh, you got a banner? That's what's up. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm looking to do some activism. I'll talk to you about that in a little bit. Rambo Jambo. What's going on? SS. What's happening? Parish Mike. What's good? Patricia in the house. What's going on? Tacoma Hooligan. What's up, man? You know the great Jacob Morley. What's up? Sly Steve, Nemo Haas, Ron Fig, Zamar Thoth, Jose Way, Bendy Water Mafia. I like that. Just another Cuber. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. All right, all right. Hey Bunny, what's going on? Truth Finder, Christina Miller, what's going on? Redbone 927. All right, all right. Okay. Okay, Liberty Repost. I see you. Dylan Frank, what's going on? All right, so let me go ahead and turn that down. What's up, folks? Hope everybody's having a good evening. How's my sound? Is my sound good? We cool? Okay, just want to make sure everything's right. Got a little shadow on the side over here. Hold on. Okay, that'll have to do for now. So yeah, I sent my man Vegan the link a little bit. I don't know, a couple minutes ago. I had to move from one location, lost signal and all that. But anyway, it's all good. So I'm gonna be using my headphone or a headset this evening with the microphone. I hear you're supposed to actually put it like under your lip there. So I'm still getting the hang of this whole thing. All right, so here's what's been going on lately. Adam, how you doing, man? Um, so what's been going on lately? There's this guy, at Owen Benjamin. Now, I hadn't heard anything about this guy until just the last couple weeks, and that was because I saw a video that DITRH put up. Dave put up a video, and it was this guy just going in on NASA, the whole moon landing situation. He was calling him out hardcore. Sounded like one of us, you know. And I mean that was cool with me. So I mean, I watched that video. I was like, okay, the dude seemed like he was sincere in what he was saying as far as speaking out against the the establishment as far as the space hoax, the whole NASA deception, the moon landings. He wasn't buying it, and he seemed like to really be a genuine dude. That's what I'm saying. And it's like the way that he strung together why that's all wrong and why he doesn't trust NASA. It's like he actually, he's a comedian and an actor, plays the piano apparently, and does he's done a lot of movies, does a lot of stand up. He's been, I mean, he's like kind of a high profile individual for the most part. I hadn't heard of him. Like a lot of us hadn't heard of Logan Paul. But the thing is, this guy, uh, he seems like a legit dude. And what I saw from that first video that Dave put up, where Owen Benjamin was calling him out on the moon landing, I mean, he tied it in the basically the reasons behind it. NASA being run by Masons, tied in with the Nazis. He tied it in with the whole, how they're Satanists. We need to call them out on this and expose that moon landing hoax, because that's like their crown jewel. And I mean, he seemed like a regular dude that was just coming into some new information, but like from a totally different angle. He's not a flat earther, and he said so a lot on this most recent um, live stream that he did a couple nights ago. Shout out to Karen B for putting the video together, and then DITRH he put up another one. I believe that came out this morning, so I checked that out. It was either this morning or last night. I can't remember. I listened to the video a few times today, honestly, because this. I'm trying to articulate this. The thing is, we see folks like Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, Logan Paul, um, Owen Benjamin, and people were like, yeah, okay, so it's another, celebrity type coming out, for the most part, or, basically speaking our language. And a lot of people get excited about that. And that makes sense, but we're not, just stuck on the idea that this person is waking up. The thing is, the people that look up to him, the people that tune into his live stream. That video that he did, the live stream, he had like 3,500 people on the live stream when he was having this whole what seemed to be transition, like in front of everybody. Now, I thought it was a fascinating stream to watch because it felt so familiar. And I don't share a lot of it stuff on my Facebook, but I did take that video and I put it on my Facebook to share that because it seems like he's like on the edge, like right on the edge of crossing over. And you could see the stages that he went through. It's the same stages we all go through. This dude went through the initial shock. He went through the anger phase. He went through the denial. He went through depression, even. And then there was another one, bargaining. Like there was a point in that video where he was literally like, "Somebody, please give me some evidence that we live on a globe." And he sounded really sincere, and that whole stream felt really familiar to me because I made a video about the stages we go through. We all go through these things, and the thing that's unique about what he's doing is that with Eric Dubay, apparently, and is like he agreed to the stream or the debate because he thought it was going to be the debate. And hold on, let me see. Anyway, so it's okay. It's okay. You can still hear me. That's fine.
Yeah, you can.
But yeah, the thing looked. Oh, okay, cool. So the thing is like we saw him going through those stages, out in front of everybody, and I don't know, man, it's just a really interesting thing for us to get into. So I'm gonna go into this thing, and hopefully my sound stays up. I'm sounding like a lot. That's fine, cause I'm sad. I'm gonna. God dang it! Am I completely on now?
Yeah, you're like breaking up.
Are we completely going? God dang it. Hope it doesn't go like that. Because I'm saying I thought this was spots. But yo, are you at home?
I'm almost home. I'm driving. You hear a lot of background noise from me?
Oh no. I'm saying you keep no, not a lot of background. I was gonna see if you could do the screen sharing of the video and all that because apparently I'm in a bad spot.
I can probably another 10, 15 minutes. I'll be at the house.
Okay. So yeah, I'm seeing in the chat. You sound good. I'm making up all kinds of bad.
Yeah, sometimes
I
like
don't
right
want
now you sound good, and then you get broken, and then you sound good again.
to. All right. Let me. Okay. There was another window open. I'll go ahead and close out a couple other things on my laptop. Right, that stuff and see what happens.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll clear up some of the Okay. And I'm back, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to do something. We'll see.
Yeah, I can hear you again.
All right, man. All right. Yeah. So I might have to go to another spot, perhaps. Jump off real quick, and then I think maybe I can close this out. I don't know if it sounds better, if the video is working better, then I
Yeah.
mean, that'd be cool. Maybe the Wi-Fi will smooth back out. But if not, then I could close the laptop, drive to another spot, and let you do the screen presentation and
Yeah.
talk them through it, and then I'll just hop back on.
Okay. Yeah. So far
Um,
you sound good.
okay,
Right.
that's cool. All right. So here, there was one thing. There was one thing I would like to try to share with everybody real quick. Let me pull this thing up. I don't know if everybody got a chance to see this. So let me pull this up. Yeah, have y'all seen the picture that Elon Musk tweeted out just recently? Have you heard about that? When Elon Musk put out a picture of a picture of his spacecraft, a starship is what he got. You seen that one?
Nah, I haven't seen it.
Oh my goodness. It's awesome. Hold up. Okay, so let me go ahead and shoot. Let me see. Let me see. Screen share this real quick. Desktop start screen share. And in the meantime, all right, present to everybody. Boom. Okay, there we go. So here we are on Elon Musk Twitter page. And he puts out a tweet says Starship test flight rocket just finished assembly at the SpaceX Texas launch site. This is an actual picture, not a rendering. So let's take a look at this. So down here we got, that's the tweet. We got the man down here. Vega, you
Oh
see what
my
I'm saying?
goodness.
Why does it look like? Why does it look like a missile silo with aluminum foil wrapped around it? And bro, this is 2018. This is the best y'all can come
Wow.
up. Where are the windows on this?
Wow.
Where are the windows? Where? How do you get into the cockpit? Does everybody just enter like through the bottom and then climb up? I mean, how? Like, bro, let
Hey,
me
I
get
got a
in real.
question. Is he a Scientologist, Elon Musk?
I don't know what his religious background is.
Uh,
Oh
I was
my
just wondering.
oh my goodness. This is ridiculous. I just wanted to put that out here. This looks like some straight up nonsense, but people are gonna believe it and be like, "Oh, yep, there it is. Those crazy
Wow.
flat earthers. We're gonna be able to send them to space so they can see."
Out of that one little square.
Yeah, wherever that little square is, because I'm like, where is it? I'm not seeing anything. It looks like, oh my god, this looks like an enlarged mock-up. And what is this? What is this made of right here? Like, why are there only three points of contact on the ground? Like, what's going on with that, man?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
does
the
this
kick.
the
That's the kick
how would
thing.
vegan? How would they steer this out in space? Like, what is this?
Those are the wings. Those are the wings that you know.
I'm saying I'm looking for some sort of entry point to, like, okay, so how they go? I'm not seeing a single screw on the outside, no bolts, no point of entry. My God, okay, and people gonna believe that.
Can you zoom in? Can you zoom in on it?
That's as here. I can let me see. That's as zoomed in as I can get. We got the
Okay.
little guy dressed up like he's gonna actually go somewhere right here. I don't know why this dude's all dressed up because they're not about to actually go anywhere, but just throw on a suit anyway, whatever. Got the little three rockets, and oh my goodness,
Wow.
this is it, man. It doesn't even look like there's a little cap. I mean, how do
You know what? It looks like the 1960s Martian movies. One of those.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like some old school stuff, old school, like some basic design, man. And they just had to put the flag on here, of course. And I'm like, what is this?
Oh wow. That's the flag. I thought that was a little hole for them to climb through.
Oh no, that's the American flag right here. You got the American flag right here, and I mean, you can see the wrinkles, how it's kind of crumpled around the little uh the little rivet points or whatever right here. But dude, this looks so flimsy. Like, this is supposed to survive space.
See, on the back side where we can't see it is where all the how they get in and all that.
Yeah, that's got to be it. I mean, but they don't need to show us that. They don't need to show us all that. We I
They don't
mean,
need to
because
see nobody walking up the ladder or anything, huh?
I'm like, what ladder? What ladder? There's no windows. There's no doors. There's no holes to where you can see on the outside. Are they actually gonna put people inside this thing? Like, is that what this is? Test flight rocket. Okay. All right. That's the test flight rocket. They're not at they're that's the design for the test flight. Okay, we'll just go with that. That's what the global believers are gonna say to justify this ridiculous design. It's the test flight rocket. So let's just leave it alone for now and continue to monitor the situation. And I mean, maybe we'll see some more shenanigans from these folks. But oh my goodness. One more thing I wanted to show you while we're here on Twitter. That was something I went on the NASA's page earlier. Y'all know the InSight, the little probe is out there on Mars, right? So here's something that I saw, and apparently it's like the InSight. It has its own Twitter page. Um, has 686,000 followers. 709 tweets, and this little probe can send tweets back to Earth. Now, for one, I'm looking at this curvature. Like, how big is Mars again? Anybody? Anybody know how big Mars is with this dramatic curve? They put a fisheye lens on the daggone InSight. Why? For one. I'm like, that looks like some artificial curvature. But then what it's saying is I've released the slack in my cable. So this thing landed on Mars. And I did the calculations. It got there within a certain period of time. I remember it had to be flying through space at like 27,000 miles per hour, something like that, in order to from the distance of Mars from the Earth and the the speed that it would have had to get there at in whatever period of time when it was launched and when it actually landed, it would have had to be going like 27,000 miles per hour to get to Mars through space. So that was, I didn't even bother saying too much about it. I was busy or something. But apparently, this thing can release slack from its own little cable here, so it won't flutter in the wind. But you got to ask the question, how? How exactly is this releasing slack? And then why did they put a fisheye lens deliberately onto this thing? But what they're doing is keeping it still will help as I listen for Mars quakes, not earthquakes, because we're not on Earth. Mars quakes, just in case there's quakes on Mars, because we're trying to figure out if Mars is a hospitable living condition. Anyway, go ahead and hop off of that, man. But yeah, that's the stuff that these global believers are gonna continue to believe. Let me see.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Got a super chat from Tim Truth. Sure appreciate it, man. Says France to deploy 80,000 police as yellow vest movement intensifies. France outlawing masks in protest, support the French people. Yeah, I saw that. I saw another headline today that said that they were actually looking at um, kind of putting down some legislation to ban the yellow vest protests, because those have been going on for like 8 weeks now. So they just don't want people to protest at all. Just let the government be corrupt. Let them take your money and use it on BS. Let the politicians, be pedophiles. Nobody call them out on it. Don't protest. So we're gonna pass laws to stop them from doing all that. So there's issues going on in France, man.
Yeah, they've been doing it for a minute too, right?
Oh yeah, since like the end of November, I believe.
Wow.
But they got it coming.
Right.
Like you can't sit here and oppress people's for so long. Trying, I mean, what was the last thing that they were trying to do? Like raise taxes on gas, something like that. But nah, man. It's only a matter of time before people start to raise up and protest.
Yeah.
Some ill treatment. And
Yeah.
I hear Tim Truth put up another super chat. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Hope helps a whole lot, man. Really appreciate it. He said Macron gasses his own people, then outlaws masks. Oh, that's sick. He says, I will be live streaming the Yellow Vest protest and covering all the related news and having an open chat hangout in 4 hours. Have your voices heard. So tune in to Tim Truth, because he's going to be over there, doing the live stream of the Yellow Vest protest. So if you're on that side of the plane, if you're still awake in 4 hours, then by all means, tune in to Tim Truth. Also, my man Nick Havoc, I wanted to shout him out real quick. I checked out one of his videos. Nick Havoc, I used a clip from one of his videos from the clips last year. Um, when the Selenelian, where the sun was coming up on the horizon and then the moon was in the sky and it was blood red, and he put out a video a few weeks ago, and I'd shared that on Twitter, where you could see Pikes Peak, because Nick's out in Colorado, and he was able to zoom in and get a good clear shot of Pikes Peak from like 132 miles away when it should have been hidden behind the curvature of the earth. But he got out there on a good clear day, put that video up, and he did like the top to bottom comparison of the mountain on a clear day and then the shot that he got with his camera. So that's Nick Havoc. Check him out. that was a pretty good video that he put out there. So it's a lot of people putting out a lot of good stuff. My man Ranty Flat Earth is doing some good work. Like I said, my man Nick. Let me see. Tim says the yellow vests are going to try for a bank run tomorrow morning. Oh, that could be a problem. A bank run. So they're encouraging everybody to go to the bank and take their money out. That could cause a problem. What you know about that, Vegan?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to set up the computer.
Oh,
The Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna hurt them, that's the best way to hurt them. When you start messing with the finances, that's when you really get their attention. So that approach is very effective. I've been calling for um, some type of adjusting the financial system. Um, Meaning, let's say you take all your money out of big international banks and put your money in small local credit unions and cut up all your credit cards. Something as simple as that will create such a dramatic impact on the financial system. Um, and let some people would say, well, the credit unions are linked to the federal system anyway. But just that shifting of money will have a drastic impact. So if you get enough people to pull their money out of big international banks and put them in just say credit unions,
mm-hmm.
I think you can make a clear statement. You'll definitely get their attention. And if that don't work, pull your money completely out of all banks, you know, and we just go to hard currency again, you know,
Yeah,
and and if that don't work, we come up with something else. We just keep doing things to get their attention so they can take us serious.
right.
Um, and messing with the banking system is when they will have to address your concerns.
Yeah, I like it. I'm saying that'll definitely be a way to get their attention. Oh man, what if we did that over here? Ew,
Well,
I don't
back in
know.
the day, I was trying to get Alex Jones to do it, and he kind of laughed it off and kept it moving. And that's when I knew Alex Jones wasn't the person he claims to be.
Hmm.
That's what pulled me away from Alex Jones. I made that suggestion live on the air in a conversation with him. And he was like, well, I can't do that. My InfoWars is linked to a specific bank. And if we pulled our money out of that bank, we would have a lot of problems, blah, 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 blah. And then he promptly cut me off and went to a commercial. So
Oh
that was my
wow,
last
you hit
experience with
you
Alex Jones.
oh you you hit him on the live call-in show.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh man, I didn't even know.
Yeah, I called him. I think this was '08, '09, I guess. And I said, hey, I got a great idea because I've done this personally for myself. I don't mess with big banks. I don't
Okay.
mess with international banks like Bank of America and Morgan Chase and all them. I don't do no business with any of them.
Right.
And I use small companies. And I know those small banks have a link to the bigger banks, but what happens when you just stop using those brands that they want us to use?
Hmm.
They got to make adjustments. And if they got to make adjustments, they're inconvenienced. If they're inconvenienced, they're going to start paying attention to what we say. So the more inconvenient they are with the financial system, the more of an impact we can have.
Man, yeah, we ought to try that. Yeah, I'm with a credit union myself, and I'm saying mine was on some basically. I was getting tired of the charges, the extra fees and all that. I was with Bank of America for a long time, and I'm saying I got a hold of some information as far as another credit union, and it had a good interest rate and all that on the money that you already had in there. So yeah, I went ahead and Yeah, just pull my money out. Like, all right, I'm out. Get moved to the credit union, man. It works out a lot better. And I'm saying, man, the going smaller is the way to go as far as that stuff goes, man. But yeah, I feel it. I feel it. But that's cool. That's cool how you called out Alex Jones though, man. But shoot. Nah, folks want me to talk about mud floods. I'm like, I don't know nothing about mud floods.
No, they want to see if we gonna get into an argument, but it ain't gonna happen because I
Yeah, no,
respect
no,
my
not at
brother's
all.
views. I respect my brother's views, so we don't need to argue. I mean, just
Mm.
because we got two separate viewpoints doesn't mean we can't have a conversation about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, no, ain't no argument about that. But I was just I'm saying, look, this is what I do. I'm not just always on flat Earth. I'll look into some other stuff, and then I'll be like, all right, that's interesting. I check it out for a little bit. And I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna get back to flat Earth. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, so if y'all want to know more about this, go check these folks out. I'm gonna be over here. That's basically that's basically what I do for the most part. So I mean, I'll have the guys on so they can do their presentation because I'm like it makes sense to me to a degree that there was something going on as far as the aspect of hidden history and all that. I mean, parts of it make sense. So I'm like, all right, it's an interesting topic. A lot of people were, wanting to talk about it, getting into it. So I'm like, I just bring some folks on so they can chat about it. And then I'm like, well, okay, y'all, you know where to find these folks. My man Richard Lopez, Flat Earth British, those guys. They're on that stuff. And if you're looking into mud floods, go check them out. I'm personally not dedicated to going through finding old maps and all that good stuff and then doing like a full blown presentation. That's probably not going to find that here. You can find it if I invite somebody on. I ain't doing it though. So that's what it is, man.
Yeah. I mean, I think everyone knows my views, but again, I'm open. You know, I'm wide open. You bring some objective, strong evidence, I'll definitely listen to it. You know, um, I just don't see how it helps flat Earth. You know, I really don't. And I'm kind of in this position where I think flat Earth needs as much help as we can get to get this message out. And I don't see how mud flood is going to take us there. You know, I mean, I talked to one guy. He said it's more so about showing that they're not only lying about flat Earth, they're also lying about ancient civilizations and and other aspects of mud flood. I get that, but we can point to 1,000 things that they're also lying about. You
Yeah,
know, and we just did it with the banking system and um, you know race in America. And, I mean, educational system. I mean, health and food. And I mean, we can point at 1,000 things that they're lying about. I don't think we need to go as far as that as of right now, in my opinion. Um, but some people teach his own. If that's what they want to do, I encourage them to do it. If you want to get me involved in it, it got to be objective. It got to be something tangible. It got to be something we can show that it's true before we say it's true. You know, saying something is true and actually showing that something is true is two different things. You know, that's just my opinion.
right. I feel you. I feel you. I'm saying like my focus this year is getting out doing a little more activism. And you know what? As a result of kind of getting into the mud floods, that prompted me to do that tour out in Seattle last week. And while we were out there, we're over by Pioneer Square. I'm seeing guys over here. It's like some dude drumming on buckets. Some guys over here playing ping pong. It's folks walking through there. It's folks doing tours and whatnot. So after I got finished with that, I'm on the way back, and I'm like, I could probably go do activism in Pioneer Square. That's where I'm like, I was trying to figure it out because I don't know where to set up in Tacoma, but I do know that if I go ahead and like book a meetup of sorts or put together for some activism, Pioneer Square would be a good spot. So that's probably something that I'm going to do in the next couple weeks. So putting it out there to my folks in the 206-360-253 in a couple weeks. I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted. I'll be doing some activism in Pioneer Square, more than likely, because that seems like my spot.
Yeah, yeah,
So
that sounds
that's what
good,
it is.
man. It's basically bringing our conversations and our views on YouTube to life. So
Right.
activism is the reality-based approach to sharing this information. I'm not saying we're not being real now. I'm saying
Mhm.
that it's one thing to hear this through your phone or through a TV set or a computer, but it's another thing to have that human interaction with someone about this topic. It just takes it to another level. So I'm all supportive of some activism, where you're actually out in person sharing this knowledge.
Right.
So yeah, this is good stuff, man. 2019 is going well.
Oh yeah.
It's
It,
going well
it's
so
it's
far.
going it's going down. It's going down. I'm it'll I don't know. I haven't pinned down a date. I haven't pinned down a date, but yeah, real soon. I'm trying to get my stuff in order. I gotta add some pictures and all that. I just got the screen fixed on my iPad. So I can go through like little videos and pictures and real quick. I'm trying to be like real kind of tech savvy with my presentation while I'm doing this activism too. So I think it's gonna be good. I haven't done street activism with assisted by anybody or with anybody. So I think that's gonna be fun. So I'll definitely be streaming, doing that stuff. But yeah, this is a year for action, in my opinion. And the thing is, it's like, okay, back to this Owen Benjamin situation.
Right.
The people that watch him, it's like they're not. Uh, a lot of them are not flat earthers. A lot of them are not. It's like
Right.
they're straight up globe believers. But the way that they're seeing his transition going, it's like they're gonna be like, man, he's gonna affect a lot of people, basically. And that's
Yeah.
the thing. I'm like, it's not about Kyrie Irving as an individual. It's about the people who pay attention. It's not about Steph Curry. It's about all the people who are paying attention to Steph Curry. It's like Steph Curry, he's done his job. He can go now. Besides, he's got a situation where they I don't know if you heard about this one. What they did to Steph Curry after he came out about the moon missions, saying that he didn't believe in the moon landings. He got shut up. They shut him up. They made
Right.
him apologize and say that he was just joking. I believe they brought him to NASA and took him on the tour and all that. They got him a shoe, with moon, like a moon design. So he's playing it. He's playing these all that. He's signed
That's
some to
crazy.
charity or whatnot. Yeah, man. It's on some other stuff.
Wow.
Are you ready, or can I pull that up real quick?
I'm not ready yet. My computer here is acting crazy. I'm doing a little virus scan, and I should be ready in a few.
All right, cool. Let me see if I can pull up Steph Curry new shoes.
Yeah.
Oh my
So he got
goodness!
new shoes with the globe Earth on it or something.
Like it was like some moon shoes or something. Let me see.
Wow.
Let's look at
Wow. So they're gonna
let's look
flip
this
it
up.
and try to make money off of this, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. I got something pulled up. Let me share my screen. Go through all that. Be prepared. I might fall off again, people. Just so you know. Okay, so here's what we got. Um, Sharing it now. Okay, good. So yeah, Steph Curry's moon landing basketball sneakers land on eBay. So Steph Curry, he's Christian, and on his shoes he's got "I can do all things," but they put him in some dang moon shoes, man.
Wow.
That's these are craters on his shoe right
Wow.
here. Yeah, man. So yeah, they got him quick. They got him quick. Within days, they were like, "Hey, you can't talk about the moon landings. You can't. Hey, you need to come to NASA and do this tour. Look at these moon rocks, and you need to go back and promote." So they not only shut him up, they shut him up and made him apologize. Not only did they shut him up, make him apologize and say that he was joking, and then they said, "Now, not only that, you're going to now promote the moon landing." So, a professional basketball player who made headlines by calling the Apollo moon landings into question is taking his moon boot out of his mouth and put it up for auction. See, they get to talk down to him, taking his moon boot out of his mouth. Oh my God. Okay, Golden State Warriors point guard Steph Curry is offering his custom lunar landing inspired shoes to raise funds for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM, that is, education programs in Oakland, California. The Under Armour Moon Landing Curry 6 basketball shoes are now open for bids on eBay through a partnership between the auction site donorschoose.org and the Stephen and Aisha Curry Family Foundation. Oh
Mm.
my, yeah, man. Oh, here, hold up. The sneakers which celebrate the great American achievement of the moon landing on the moon. Great American
Wow.
achievement of landing on the moon 50 years ago hit the auction block on Sunday, January 6th, just this week, with an opening bid of 99 cents and quickly shopped to more than $4,000 with the first 50 bids. The sale extends for a week, closing Sunday, January 13th. So, yeah, I'm
Wow.
saying, man, they snatched him up. They
Yeah.
snatched him up.
He was too big. He has too much influence. They had to shut
Yeah,
him down. That's crazy. That
yeah,
is
man.
crazy.
I'm saying I was like, yo, he tight with Obama, going golfing with Obama. He's part of the club, man. He's in there with him. So I was like, it's only a matter of time before I kind of called it because we've seen this happen so many other times. They
Right.
come out there and they say some stuff like the earth is flat or I don't believe in the moon landings. And before you know it, the whole media is going in on them. And they're coming back there apologizing, saying I was just kidding. I was joking. Nah, I'm just playing, y'all. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. And then they made him take it a little bit further though. They didn't do that to Shaq. They didn't have Shaq do some extra stuff. They didn't have Kyrie do some extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? They kind of made an example out of him, honestly.
Right. Right. Well, it's a perspective here that I wanted to speak on, that I haven't heard too many people say anything about. When you start talking about science, and you especially theoretical science, do Christians realize all those scientists who deem themselves as theoretical scientists who promote these ideas? Do Christians realize they're all atheists? Every last one of them. It is rare that you will ever find a theoretical scientist or someone in NASA that is a Christian. Almost all of them are atheists. They've abandoned the ideas of a biblical God. Do Christians realize that? Would you know?
I don't think so. Or it's something that a lot of people don't even consider.
Right.
And it's funny that you even brought that up because I was thinking that the other day. I'm like, it was along the same lines. Like the people that are responsible for all this pseudoscience, this off the wall stuff that can't be proven,
Right.
and the atheist agenda is being pushed by Satanists.
Right. Right.
So
Right. So it's kind of like when we say all of them, I am literally talking about the 99%. And I feel comfortable using that number. 99% of theoretical scientists are atheists. So if you're a Christian and you believe in the moon mission, if you believe in the shape of the earth based on global theory, you do realize you're agreeing with atheists.
Mm-hmm.
When you talk about Big Bang, you do realize you're agreeing with atheists. Now, I'm not a Christian and I'm not an atheist anymore, but I don't think Christians realize they have been sold ideas by atheists. I don't think they realize that. Or for some reason, their cognitive dissonance have not associated science as the religion for atheists, because that's pretty much what it is. And I'm speaking from experience. The reason I know uh, a, a ton of stuff about science is because I was a practicing atheist. And the black holes, the string theory, the multi dimensions, parallel universes, um, the missions to Mars and intergalactic travel, um, a time space continuum, all that stuff is atheistic. All
Mm-hmm.
of it, every last piece of it. And when I say 99%, I am truly saying 99% of most of the people that bring that information are atheists. And that's not exaggeration. If you can find Christian theoretical scientists, they are an extreme minority compared to the industry. So when people just go along believing this stuff, they don't even realize they're violating their own religion. Because I'm sure one of the rules is you don't follow atheists. So I just wanted to put that out there because I don't think many people consider it. And what they did was they kicked religion out of the schools, which I kind of agree with, but they replaced it with theoretical science, which is driven by atheists. I don't know
Oh,
what you think.
and
What you think about that? I mean, maybe you disagree, or people in the chat, because I'm not looking at the chat right now. Maybe they're not agreeing with that. But if you don't think I'm accurate in what I'm saying, start reviewing theoretical scientists and let me know how many Christians you find compared to how many are atheists. You're going to see is extremely disproportional. It's not a 70-30, it's not an 80-20, it's in the 90 percentile.
mm-hmm.
So how can Christians consciously accept theoretical science as truth when it's coming from atheistic ideas? I don't get it. I
for
really don't.
the for for the same reasons. For the same reasons, it's like they, haven't been. Uh, well, no, they've been indoctrinated like all of us. They've been,
Right.
getting pounded with the same stuff, man. And I'd said this a while ago, like when we're babies, we're laying in the little crib. They got the little thing hanging over your head from the ceiling or whatever, or just hanging off the edge of the crib, and it's got the sun in the middle. It's got the stars rotating. It's got the planets and all that. We're seeing this stuff while we're babies, way before we can even think for ourselves, before we can even feed ourselves. We've been spoon fed all kinds of nonsense about this globe, and these theoretical principles, man,
Right.
and been fed this stuff as truth. So it becomes a given after a while. It's like it's something that you don't even question for so long. That's why so many people still believe in the globe, because it's like it's taken as absolute truth. Like you don't even without a doubt, because we see a globe everywhere. You see a globe everywhere. It's in the logos, in the movies. It's backed up. I mean, all over the place. But at the same time, it's like it becomes uh such a concrete part of people's reality that they just believe it and don't even take the time to question it, because it just becomes it's a given. So I believe that it's the same thing. It's like the parents that are Christians will still come up, in that whole matrix of globe propagation, bring their kids up in it, don't even consider questioning it. So it's like they'll just continue on, man.
Right.
Yeah, and then won't even look into who's telling them the stuff. Michio
Right.
Kaku, Neil the Sleaze Tyson,
Right.
Mr. Rapist out here. Um, you know what I'm saying? Carl Sagan. Yeah, they're all atheists, man. They're all
Right.
atheists. Maybe not all of them, but the vast majority. I mean, you would be hard pressed to find a Christian in the midst of all these theoretical scientists and astrophysicists or whatever. You know.
Right.
So I
Well,
feel you, man.
well, I'll tell you this: as a former atheist myself, the scientists that did embrace any form of religious doctrine were ridiculed. They were actually treated as, um, I don't want to say inferior, but they were criticized for still hanging on to what they considered the God delusion. So again, it's a very, I mean, look into this, guys. It's a very small percentage in the scheme of things of theoretical scientists that hold any religious belief. I mean, it's less than 1%. It's literally less than 1%. So, and I only say that because honestly, I think people don't know that. It's like, well, these are men of science and this, but to be of science, to be of theoretical science, you have to hold atheistic ideas, because
Okay, is it me cutting out or is it vegan? All right, so what's the status, folks? Somebody tell me in the chat. Is it me that is out? Because I lost you, man. All right, we'll get him back in a little bit. But I'm saying I understand what he was saying, man. It makes absolute perfect sense. The whole situation where these physicists come out and they're expressing these opinions about all this off the wall stuff, man. It all comes from the Big Bang cosmology and the heliocentric model. Let me see. It all kind of walks itself back because it's like if you believe in evolution, you believe in Darwinism, you believe ultimately that people evolved from this goo primordial oozed in little invertebrates popped out, fish turned into this and that and reptiles, and then they turned into monkeys, and then monkeys turned into people, with some however that bull crap goes. So it was that it's like if you believed in that evolution, you believe in the globe model, basically the Big Bang cosmology. Order out of chaos. So if you believe in that globe, then that means you also believe in the Big Bang, because the Big Bang, that globe, the thing that holds the whole globe lie together is gravity. And I mean, where does gravity even come from? They're talking about dark matter, black holes, and all this other stuff, but it all comes from the Big Bang, and that's this explosion back where all matter. They say that all matter in the universe was about that big, about the size of a pea, really small. And without a trigger, some way or another, it just exploded into everything in a split second. Bam, everything. There was nothing in the form of this in the infinite vacuum of space. All that matter just boom exploded, and bam. We got the Earth, we got planets, we got gas giants, we got meteors and stars and all kinds of crazy stuff out of something that turned out to be this small. Not that anybody's actually gone back to measure this. It's like this is stuff that's being told. So it goes from the Big Bang, then okay, the Earth started to cool, and the primordial ooze was there and it was ready, and then meteors came down, and the same stuff that these stars that are trillions of miles away out in space. Those meteors came down. They brought in the building blocks of life, is what they tell you. So the meteors come down and they interact with the primordial ooze, and then these single-celled organisms start to come out and evolve into us. There's no space in that whole story for there to be a creator. And that's why most of these guys are atheists. That's the situation, you know. If that's what they believe in, if that's what they believe in, if that's what they prescribe to, that's pretty much it. And you know, the idea that so many Christians have bought into the globe model, they got to go back, take a few steps back, look at where this globe model came from. It comes from the Big Bang. And the Big Bang, that was propagated by I believe that started with the Vatican, the Jesuits. Look into what they're about. Read the Jesuit oath. Some of the stuff that they're saying, their you know, their own oath says that they're willing to do in order to maintain control. So it just stands to reason to, you know, bring that under scrutiny as far as how the Christians take a look at all that stuff. So let me see. Still trying to get vegan back, taking a little bit. At any rate, I'm feeling crazy. I might try to pull up that Owen Benjamin video so we can go through that thing real quick. When Vegan gets back, I might have to go in and set up this cord because the laptop is not charging off of the power in the van. So it's always something over here. So yeah, not sure if, you know what? Let me go ahead and try to find this thing. Go ahead and pull this thing up and try to start this the breakdown of this video. And I appreciate you all being patient with me. I really do. You don't have to be here. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. Real talk. So let me get this video up. Try to get this video up. If we fall off, hopefully we don't, but we'll see what happens. Let's see now. How are we gonna play this? I'll try to get the sound out through the speakers internally. Not sure how that's going to play. We'll see. Output is going to be, it's not even saying external speakers. It's not even an option. Jeez. I'm going to have to unplug. Okay, fine. We'll see what happens. All right. Here we go. All right. Let me start this screen share and see what happens. And desktop. Present to everyone. Let's look into this. See what we got.
Oh, and talk more flat Earth. This is the thing I want to ask the round Earth people to explain to me. If the Earth is spinning at 700 miles an hour, 1,100 miles an hour, whatever, why isn't the air spinning? And before you answer real fast and say, oh, it's all relative, it's all the same shit, the higher you go in the air, the less atmosphere there is until there's almost no atmosphere. Like 40,000 feet up, there's almost no atmosphere. So where is the break where you get away from the atmosphere in which it's no longer relative? This is a lot harder than I expected, proving that the Earth is round.
Yeah, it is.
It's fucking weird. It is way, way, way harder. The jet stream's 100 miles an hour. You ever see 100-mile-per-hour winds? Yeah, 1,000 miles per hour ain't happening. Dude, I'm telling you, it's fucked up. So, if 100 miles an hour By the atmosphere somehow
by the way, I have to warn you. There's some strong language here, so if there's kids around, go ahead, earmuffs on this one, cause dude, yeah, he gets pretty excited in this one, so be careful out here. Language warning. Okay.
Is attached to the earth. Is that what kind of friction is that? Sliding friction is when the molecules are touching. So sliding friction is moving it along, right? Fine. When you go up enough, there's no more atmosphere. So you are now just like if you're in a hot air balloon that goes up 30,000 miles, there's no atmosphere. So why isn't the earth flying by?
That's exactly what I was saying in a video the other day.
Stop talking about this? Now you're banned. Why don't you join Kyneton Bear?
It's funny how
fuck out of here.
This guy.
No one needs your shit. There's no wind because we are in a vacuum. We both know that doesn't make any sense. And I'm not a flat earth person.
He's going to say I'm not a flat earth person like 20 times. He's not, but he doesn't realize where he's at right now. He's trying to fight his way, through the whole idea of the earth being flat, and he would rather globe, but you'll see throughout this video, he's like shooting down every one of the little responses that we get on a regular basis. Because I just made a video about this, like Earth rotation day on January 8th, and I mean we can see all of it going down right here. This dude's gonna go through all the stages.
I want someone to fucking explain that to me. Atomic density, saying words don't explain anything. Just saying atomic density, friction. I just said that. There's several types of friction. That friction would be the sliding friction, where it's two objects touching each other, kind of like two boards. You have to go at a certain speed. If you go too fast, right? So if you go at the right speed, you carry the other board with you. We have molecules of the atmosphere, and if it's attached to our spinning shit, fine. You go up 40,000 feet, it's basically a vacuum. So where do you pop out of that situation? The jet stream, that's 100 miles an hour, not 1,100. And when you're out of the atmosphere, when you're going west to east or east to west, I can't remember which way, why is the earth not flying by?
Right. So he's asking two questions, and the one I ask about that is, what example do you have other than this so-called globe Earth of an enclosed system where we all live existing next to a vacuum, which is allegedly space, is supposed to be a vacuum without a physical barrier? And that's the question that he's asking here. And then there's the other one where, he's wondering why the Earth isn't moving when you get to a certain altitude above the so-called spin. So
you're not in that anymore. So far, no one's been able to explain that to me, which is fucking weird. Please comment on it. I would love to stay a globe Earth person, because being a flat Earth person is another level of ostracism that I really don't want at all. So please, for the love of God, someone fucking explain to me why, when you leave the Earth's atmosphere, does the Earth not at that point appear to be going 1,100 miles an hour underneath you?
Right.
Here's another one. Why do flights not go around the poles?
Yep.
Please explain this to me, because I do not like where the logic is taking any of this.
Like, this dude
it's
is
not
going
fun.
through it.
It's actually incredibly isolating, and I don't want it at all. The last thing I need in my life is to be given another label that makes me look insane. That sounds awful.
He already knows.
Someone said not flat. Well, please fucking tell me how you can go up into near Earth orbit and stay still, and the Earth is not flying by if it's spinning on a goddamn axis. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't explain it, can you?
This dude is snapping off. I listened to this a few times today, and this dude was going off, man. I'm sorry, I had to listen to this a few times because it feels so familiar. Okay, let me quit.
Fuck! Inertia, that doesn't mean a goddamn thing, and we both know it. inertia. It just says inertia. Don't think I know about inertia?
This guy.
Owen is dumber than I thought, says Martin. Okay, Martin, you're no longer allowed to talk to the grown-ups. I'm obviously not dumb. If I was dumb, 3,552 people wouldn't be watching me after 2 hours and 11 minutes of me just talking.
See, he's
dumb people don't retain that amount of people. You're just a stupid person. The worst is, like, I obviously understand physics. I got 790 out of 800 on my physics PSATs, right? It's like one question I got wrong. I understand physics very, very well. Not on a level like MBA or anything like that, but on a basic, way above average level, I understand the principles of physics. The Earth isn't flat. That's fucking insane.
Okay, so this is the denial stage. Okay, he's going through it, people. The stages we're going to point these out. He's going through the initial shock because he can't find any evidence to support the globe. He's going through the anger. You can see that right now. He keeps saying the Earth is not flat, so that's the denial thing. And you're gonna see he's gonna mention about his depression, and then I'm like begging. Somebody please give me some answers.
Why can no one explain to me how the globe is spinning at 1,100 miles an hour? And if you break the fucking atmosphere, even out of relative, whatever relative is, and you're flying in a direction opposed to the spinning, why don't you double your speed? Like if you're going 1,100 miles an hour, why is it not 2,200 miles an hour if the Earth is going the opposite direction? What the fuck is that? So far, I've got nothing on it. No one can explain it. Okay, guys, all the people saying that the Earth is round, there's no way they understand the particle density and radio theory. So when they say everyone's retarded who thinks the Earth is flat, they don't understand why they think the Earth is round, is my bottom line. They don't. So when people just go, oh, well, and fucking frequency and fucking particle, no, you don't know. You don't know. And you're trying to fucking hold on to something that you don't understand. And that's the problem I have. Is people with this condescending, shitty attitude, but they don't actually know anything. They go, oh, I mean, you're such a fucking idiot. Like, why would, then explain to me how you can go above the atmosphere and you do not see a spinning Earth. Explain to me how NASA shows us images.
All right, let me stop screen sharing. Let me stop screen sharing. Did they get me? Did they get me? What happened? I'm back on. All right, let me. All right, and I'm back. I'm going back to the stream too. We're gonna get this thing. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get through this one. I like this video. Boom. Here we go. And we're back. Are we back on? Let me see. I'm not not seeing the playback. Can we hear me? Black screen. Can't see anything. Okay. But can you hear me though or no? Says I'm on. Can't see me. All we got is a black screen. Can you see me though or no? Because all I'm seeing is the black screen. Okay. Okay, so you can see me, you can hear me. We're good. All right, let me get back. You all are great. Seriously, you continue to put up with me and my tech issues. I really appreciate you all. I do. Here we go.
Talk like, oh, inertia. Oh, no, inertia. Do you know what inertia means? Do you understand the calculations of inertia? No, you fucking don't. It doesn't answer a goddamn thing just to say inertia. Why the fuck a spinning globe, when you're going against it, it doesn't fly underneath you? Coriolis effect proves the Earth isn't flat. I believe that as well. I really hope we have more than the Coriolis effect. Really hope we have more than that, guys. Really hope we have more than the Coriolis effect. If the Earth is flat, why lie about it being round? What is the point? I can tell you a lot of reasons. If the Earth is flat, I may tap out of YouTube for a while. Like, that would fuck me up. But I am not enjoying the path that this is taking me on, because the arguments for the Earth being round are not very strong at all.
He didn't want to say weak.
Like, at all.
They're weak.
And this is something I would never question. Ever. And another thing is, when I questioned that the moon landing didn't happen, like, everybody was like, oh, in a month he'll think the Earth is flat. Oh, this retard's going to think the Earth is flat. By the way, I'm not arguing that the fucking Earth is flat. I just want people to fucking explain to me how it's round. I'm watching you go through what I went through before I believed the Earth was flat. It's hysterical and amazing. Can't get enough of your show. I'm not comfortable with any of this, and I'm not on board with the flat Earth thing at all. I'm just finding the arguments for round Earth to be, because I'm preparing to debate this Eric Dubai guy.
He's having a rough time, man.
And so I want my fucking arguments concrete. The arguments for round Earth are horrible. How about until the flat earthers can build their own rockets and take pictures, we don't stress over it? Well, NASA has been proven to be the biggest liars on the fucking planet.
Boom.
So, and they have, like, a bunch of flat Earth people have gotten balloons to go up 120,000 feet, and they take pictures of a world with no curve.
A world with no curve. Boom.
I'm not comfortable with any of it. Neither are you, but I'm just reporting the fucking facts.
Oh, man.
And don't get mad at me, man. Don't fucking blame the messenger, dude. I'm like in this thing to win it, and I'm not gonna fucking go in there half-cocked and be like, dude, the Earth is round. Just look at the fucking shit. It's not easy to prove, guys, because I don't do sophistry or wizardry in debates. I'm not going to go in and shame someone or use tricks, rhetoric tricks. I want hard motherfucking evidence that the Earth is round, and I've never been up there. Just someone give me a concrete.
So what he's doing, he's trying to get his argument like airtight, because he's supposed to be debating against Eric Dubay, and he thought it was going to be a slam dunk, but as he actually goes in and does some objective research, he has a good understanding of the physics, for real. But this guy, he is going through it. And you can see it's like the cognitive dissonance. Now the thing is, I would guess that there's not going to be a debate. I don't think there's going to be a debate. I think that it's just going to turn into a discussion if they even talk after this, because I believe after this video, he might have lost some sleep doing a little bit more research, and he'd come up with nothing. So we'll see what happens.
Obvious fucking thing to let me win this fucking debate. Do your research then, Owen. Okay, now you're banned. You don't think I do research? You don't think I do this for what, 10, 12 hours a fucking day? I listen to shit while I'm doing fence work all day. and then I look it up in books. Here's how I would try to explain it. Since the Earth is spinning, so is air attached to the surface of the planet. When you fly in the direction of the opposite of the spin, you are fighting at speed. Right. So if you're not in the air, right? And don't fucking get mad at me if this makes your head hurt. Just know that I'm not trying to fuck with you, okay? If the air is part of the spin and you get above the air, which is what flights do, why are you still subject to the subjective relative air movement of the spin of the Earth? Let's say the air is cemented to the Earth, which already is weird because if you spin a ball in water, the water doesn't stay with the ball, maybe a little bit, but not really. Let's say the air is completely with the spin of the Earth.
This guy.
You are now above the air. Why the fuck are you still subject to the relative spin of the Earth? If you're going against the spin, why are you not going twice as fast?
Oh, man.
And don't just say you're a retard, you're a conspiracy. What the fuck? Do you guys seriously think that Ardian motion inertia means anything in this? Like, please look up the words you fucking use. That doesn't mean anything. Ardian motion inertia. What does that mean? If I had a gun to your fucking head and say, define what you just said, what does that mean? You would say, oh, I mean, it's... Oh, and telescope. So all the planets and moons we see through a telescope are round, so Earth is the only planet in our solar system that's flat. Really? Okay, retard. Imagine they're all flat discs, right? Do we see spheres in the sky? Dude, I'm getting angry because everybody that's acting like I'm retarded has not thought through any of their arguments.
That's the anger stage.
So if we see a bunch of circles in the sky, does that mean they're spheres or fucking dinner plates? You can't prove it.
Say it again for the people in the back.
You can't prove it. That isn't a fucking argument. And if you're just going to hang me out to dry, like I'm going to go argue somebody, and your whole argument is you look in the sky and you see circles, and that means something is a fucking sphere, I'm getting angry at the concept that I can't win this debate. Dude, take a pill, way too much trauma, bro. Well, you're now banned for life. I've had 4 drinks. I just hung out with my wife. I'm having a great time.
He's been drinking.
Also,
so
how can you see trillions of miles away? It's all nonsense. It's all nonsense. Someone please explain it to me that isn't retarded. Some people are thinking centrifugal force. That doesn't mean anything, and we both know that doesn't mean anything. How come when you look at a boat going out to sea and it vanishes at the viewer's convergence point, look through a pair of binoculars, you can see the boat again? The Earth it can't be flat. I mean, that would just be insane. I don't.
He's like, the Earth can be flat.
Oh, Eric, I won't destroy you too bad. I'm going to win, you little cunt.
So Eric
That's why I'm fucking... The chat. Oh, Eric is actually here taking notes.
Yeah. Dubay was in the chat.
I'm going to win, Eric.
Talking trash.
That's why I'm taking this seriously. I need my people to fucking give me some intel. It's all science fiction, not an argument. Space is a vacuum, not an argument. Do you guys know what arguments are? Does anyone know what a fucking argument is? You're getting... There, my friend, you're on the right track. I'm not getting in the flat Earth cult.
Hey.
No, sorry, I'm not going to be disrespectful.
All right.
That's sophistry. It's wizardry if I start mocking them for thinking something that I find ridiculous. Space is water. I don't know what that means. That's fucking insane. If you can take a variety of snapshots through a telescope of another planet and see if it's rotating, that's one of the worst arguments I could possibly imagine. So it's like saying, does my dog have rabies? Well, I can see that dog that...
Yeah, so this is that classic argument that we get. Well, everything else in the sky is round, so that means the Earth is round. It's like, that's basically the argument that he's about to shred right here. It's like, I was watching this and saying to myself, this dude is making a flat Earth video and doesn't even know it. It's beautiful.
Have rabies. This is a fucking nightmare. This is literally a nightmare trying to fucking disprove this thing.
Oh, man, he looks so
stressed. Well, if you look through your binoculars and see another dog without rabies, that means your dog doesn't have rabies. What in the fuck does that mean? Your in motion keeps moving. Okay, Jason, if you are not in a medium that is moving, how does that apply? Let's say you see a river flying by you and you are in the air. Look looking at the river because you're standing on the riverbank. Are you in motion because you can see a river in motion? Of course not. That's an insanely stupid argument. If the atmosphere is all moving with the Earth, flying around at 1,100 miles an hour, and you are out of the atmosphere, which happens in low Earth orbit or the average Delta flight, how in the fuck are you still subject to being in that medium? Doesn't make any sense.
He sees how that relativity stuff is bull crap.
Because you're moving when still first. That means absolutely nothing, and we both know it. Drag means nothing. Science can't prove the Earth moves. It literally can't, and this is fucking awful. If we hover over Earth, can we get to Australia faster? Guys, this is a nightmare. It's so fucking hard to prove. 1,100 miles per hour, but it still takes 24 hours to make one rotation.
You could right here. You could see how it's kind of sinking in that the whole globe thing is not working as far as an argument goes, and you can see it's like the thing that got me. I would like listen to this, and then I'll watch, and I'll see how he's staring intently at the chat, and dude is really looking. He's genuinely looking for somebody to tell him what's going on. And he's not finding anything in his logical mind that makes sense to prove that the Earth is a globe. So it's like watching the same thing that we all went through.
Well, I don't know. I haven't done the math on that. I really hope Owen can prove the Earth is round. Me too, Penny. Take an astronomy course at your local university. Now you're banned. I've obviously taken astronomy courses, and that's not an argument. Okay, another weird thing is that the sun is 400 times larger than the moon, but it's 400 times farther away, making an exact eclipse, and they're both circles. Circle is not sphere. As it waxes and wanes, doesn't the moon's shadow at least point to it being spherical? No, it does not. There's no way to do that.
Shoot down everything.
There's going to be a lot of people just attacking me personally now. I don't give a fuck. I'm not a flat Earth person. The Earth is not flat. That's fucking psychotic.
Is
anyone else feeling
this is cognitive dissonance right here. So hold on, let me bring it back just a little bit, couple seconds. So it's like he says that's ridiculous. I'm not a flat Earth person. And he's gonna be like, is anybody else feeling a little uncomfortable? Here we go.
Not a flat Earth person. The Earth is not flat. That's fucking psychotic. Is anyone else feeling a little nervous about this? Globe Earth, biggest line history. Good luck with your search, Owen. Is that really your argument? That if you don't understand cancer, that proves the fucking Earth is round? Come on, man. There's 3,556 people here, and no one has a fucking argument.
Stop presenting. Jump out and I'm gonna come back in. Oh, what happened? I thought I just jumped back in the chat. Tell me I didn't kick vegan out too. Oh my goodness. Okay. One more time. Let me get this thing back up. I'd like to thank everyone for your patience. Once again. Okay. And back on that. Did they lose me again? No video and no vegan. All right, hold on. I'm looking at the screen again. Oh my goodness. Okay, see me again.
Truth beats all wizardry. Someone please give me some fucking science that proves the earth is round. And this is not a flat earth channel. 95% of the people here believe the earth is round. Please, God, someone give me an argument. Who looks for truth in a YouTube chat? Well, not you anymore, Larry. By the way.
Okay, so he's about to crack me up with this one. He okay, so yeah, there was a hand sign. People speak with their hands. I don't know what he's doing right here. I don't know if he's in the Illuminati. He's doing the 666 hand signal or the AOK or whatever. I don't know. The dude speaks with his hands. I don't know. I can't call it. But what I do know is that he is flat smacking his audience right now. 3,500 people are getting the business, flat earth style, when he's just doing his awakening in front of everybody. That's what's going on right now. So we can chat about that hand gesture in a little bit. But yeah, this dude Larry just said some silly stuff. So he about to.
What people named Larry are pedophiles and mailmen. I can't argue for moon phases without the moon being a sphere. You got to be kidding me. I mean, is this public education? You can't land a plane on a spinning globe. Oh, God, this is a fucking nightmare. I can't be a flat earth person. I mean, I can't be a flat earth person.
Oh, he is going through it.
There's zero proof that the earth is spinning. Dude, literally there's none. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up here.
There's no
This
proof.
is so fucking depressing. It's mind-blowing.
Depression.
Open
right
up
there.
Google Earth. This conversation will be a lot more simple when everyone can see the current model and scale. Earth, it's 3D globe. You can move around. So your answer is Google Earth. That's the proof. And you guys are fine with that proof. You're like, oh, that's cool. That's all I need. If I do Google Earth, everything makes sense. Is there no math? Is there no fucking math? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh, and you're a flat earth person and just figuring out, no, I'm not a flat earth person. That's insane. Google Earth. That's the answer. Google. You fucking children.
He said you
The
children.
thing that's bothering me the most is how many people believe something that they've never thought about. That they don't, their arguments are literally like, well, look on Yahoo, idiot. I gotta go. This is fucking horrifying.
Horrifying.
Southern hemisphere constellations are different than northern. How can it be flat if what we see in the sky and the direction they move are different? Love you. I still believe the earth is round, so I'm sure that's a great argument. Can we please have something that won't have an answer?
This is the bargaining
Like
stage.
with the moon landing, there's so many mic drop arguments. How is that the only time in history that a country's went somewhere that other countries haven't followed? Why did technology go in reverse? How did they live feed from the moon with a 4-second delay?
Right.
When it's more than a 4-second delay right now on CNN across the country. There's a million examples. There's none of that here. And I don't feel comfortable getting my ass beaten in a fucking debate. Guys, I said I would debate this guy because I thought it was a no fucking brainer.
Yeah, they all do.
When you're above the atmosphere, you're in orbit. You already had inertia from the rotation, and there's no longer air friction to slow you down, so you're orbiting around just like the moon is. That makes no sense, Dan. If you're going from west to east, let's say you're fighting the rotation, your inertia based on the your jets. So if you're going east to west, you have different inertia than west to east. Is that your argument? Is that your physics argument? You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. So if you're going west to east and you go same amount of gasoline and you have the same fucking inertia. So your argument is either that combustion rockets don't work in a vacuum because that's a problem.
Yep.
Or you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck!
Oh man.
The Earth isn't flat.
Oh yeah, it is.
The Earth is not flat.
Yes, it is.
This is fucking madness.
No, it's not.
The skyscraper on the coast, sun will set on the base before the top. This would put a light bulb around a room and watch the shadows. Once you surface the Earth, you still maintain the velocity. Increase velocity after you leave Earth's gravity. Miles an hour the inertia they got from
D, can you hear me? D Marble. Let me check YouTube land, see if you guys can hear us. A whole lot of technical difficulties today.
What's up, y'all? Yo, yo. Big, you there?
yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I'm on the phone now. The laptop crapped out on me. We were just about to get to the end of this thing, man. Let me see.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one more. Okay, now it was like you can't access this Hangout anymore. Something like that. So I'm about to be on both of these things. Hold up. I'm gonna drop off the phone, and we were at like the last 3 or 4 minutes of the video. So I'm gonna try this one more time.
Oh, wow. I missed the whole live stream, bro.
Oh man, dude,
Oh,
I'm saying if you saw that video, man, you know that joint's a trip.
oh, it was funny as heck.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna drop off the phone since the laptop looks like it's got me back on, but we'll see. I mean, can you even see me on the laptop or not?
I can see you.
No
Let me.
video. Well, this is the phone right here, and then we got the other one.
Yeah, the other one is just showing your picture.
All right. You know what? I'll go ahead and stream it from the phone. I flip the camera around on the daggone phone. Then technical difficulties. Yeah, I don't think so. We'll finish it like this then.
Okay.
Ingenuity.
Are we live right now?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay, cool.
All right.
It's Earth's magnetic field. Is that your new proof that the Earth is round? Guys, anyone knows why the Earth is round? I'm in a theater of people right now. This is a massive theater. and no one knows why the Earth is round?
Nope.
No one knows.
My man's having a hard time.
People say just inertia, the difference between speed and velocity. You guys really think that proves that the Earth is fucking round? Owen, compass works flat. Owen, nobody can explain it. It's not true. Good night, bro.
Look at the frustration, man. He's doing some serious self-reflection right now, man. God dang. Look at this dude is